Welcome to Planescape. We are ready to have fun here. As it is time, as our adventurers have been going over the Outlands, spent some time in Morden's Anvil, and decided that they got some gifts, got some cool toys, saved alcohol for the time being, and are ready to progress. If a few people recycled into the multiverse, and we'll see ultimately what comes next, as they have decided to try to get the best they can over to Cursed itself, the city, as the gate city of Kalkarai. We shall see. Now, I would say this week, I know you're doing your actions, but just what are things your characters kept themselves busy with this week?
Kelly has been running the store, which is slightly submerged in water now, and has been kind of putting things together. At some point, she does take a box and takes decorative paper. I'm so sorry. What is it called when you wrap something? It's wrapping paper.
Wrapping paper?
What's that paper?
I was trying to delay so I could remember. And so she dips it in water and just splashes it onto a box, and one day does leave it in Nalen's room. And other than that, has been pretty much running the store, keeping the coins moving and that sort of thing.
Clarifying, you left a wet box on Nalen's bed.
I did.
Yeah, just being sure.
Nalen finds her box. There's only one place it could have come from. And I think, she'll open it privately.
Okay. In the box, there's this really nicely made holder, like a sheath for a dagger, and there's also a dagger inside, and it has on it an elf face that looks strikingly similar to your own. And I'm going to actually just Discord you the name of this thing so you can add it to your inventory. And you can check out what it does.
Oh, fun. How exciting. Cool.
Very cool.
I go to Kelly's pool. Kelly!
Ow. Yeah.
What's Al?
No, you just were really loud just now.
Oh. Well, sorry. I mean, I'm not. What's this?
It looks like a knife.
Looks like. Are you trying to pretend that you didn't leave this in my room?
I left it.
Well, okay. Why?
It looked nice. The person I bought it from said that it had magic.
Yeah. It's cool magic, too. I kind of thought we, like, went over this. That, like, that we understood. Well, I just, why did you get it?
Because I remembered, at least I remembered before, that you seemed to like tiny swords, daggers, and I remembered that you were good with using them, and I saw you in battle and you weren't using one, and I thought maybe you needed one, and I went and I got that one. If you don't want it,
I don't like charity. Bless
it's
you,
not
God.
charity.
Well, it sounds like you thought that I was struggling in your...
No, you did really well, but I thought you had more fun with daggers, and so I got you a dagger. It's sort of like with me, I like tridents, and even though there are sometimes more powerful weapons, and yeah, I can use them, but every now and then I still want to use the weapons I'm brought up using. And I just wanted to make sure you... I mean,
Yeah, I don't like owing people stuff.
you don't owe me anything.
Well, how much was it? And then I won't owe you anything. I'll just give you the gold.
No.
All right, well, let me do something for you then.
I just wanted you to know that, because what you said earlier, you said that you were looking out for me because you didn't want to die. And so I'm trying to help you to... Look, the fish are easier because we look out for each other, because we're stronger when we're together. And up here, everybody doesn't always seem to get that. You especially. You keep looking down on me, and I'm not a charity case. I think of us all here as a family above the water. And there are things you do for family. You don't pay for those things because that's insulting. It's okay to just accept something. You don't even have to like it. You don't have to say thank you. You don't have to say anything. I just thought that this looked like something you could use, and so I got it for you. That's what I would do for anyone if they were in my family.
Okay, this was good for me. I think sitting for the lecture was a good, even trade. So we're even. Thanks for the chat.
Okay.
Okay. All right, bye.
Goodbye. And she'll just sink into the pool water.
Balin walks out wondering why all of their interactions are so impossible for her. Okay.
Are you swimming away like grumpily swimming? Because it's still half underwater.
I think Silver's going to be finding. She's going to go try and find Simone. And roll up to her and be like, So, Simone, I knew a little bit about what the other yous did, mostly with magic, but you don't seem to be like the magic type. Judging by your physique, she's noticing your muscle couture. Your 20 strength.
So Simone would be in her room, like laying on the bed, just like throwing a ball in the air and catching it. And when you come in, she would like hold it and then just like sit up to look at you while you're talking. Yeah, I like to make like potions and stuff to increase my combat winnings.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna be getting some of the bros together, the hirelings, and we were all going to work on some training if you want to join us.
Yeah, I can come watch.
Awesome. Now I just gotta go find the others. I feel really bad about throwing out Alistair, though, but he's gotta get some muscle somehow.
We should bring him. He's weird, but I think he's kind of nice.
Patient Whisper will help me. He'll take his other side, even though I could probably totally bench press Alistair soaking wet. And basically, Silver's gonna organize a group training moment with the hirelings where we all do physical exertion together because we were told by a god that we needed to train. So we're all gonna train.
So, I mean, you go try to find Alistair.
Mm-hmm.
So Alistair, this probably the entire week has been in the library. He has been. I mean, it's not necessarily that new. You've known him as long as you have. He's been researching in the library, generally falling asleep down there, like on the table, and just kind of dead to most of everything else. Particularly at this point, I mean, there's the stuff he was trying to research before from the previous 4 weeks. And he's continuing that, and now he's researching the Norns. He's researching this place that they were told about. And so, I mean, you can find him. He is either busily reading or completely unconscious, asleep, depending on the phase or time of day. He is, yeah.
Silver is going to take the corner of the page of the book and dog ear it and then close it in front of you. So you wouldn't lose your spot.
Right. I'm sorry. Do you need something, Silver?
We're having team training night.
Team
training night.
Training for what?
Training our minds and our bodies. And you've been doing too much of the training of your mind. We must also train this body. As she like pokes
Oh,
your
this
chest.
is not- Look, I appreciate the thought, but have you ever heard the story of Sisyphus?
No.
All right, brief version. There's probably not a point in wasting your time on something that is likely not going to produce any results.
But it's also team bonding.
Team bonding. Oh,
Yeah, we're working out, we're beating each other with sticks, we're shedding blood together and sweat together, and we bond through it.
this sounds like a fraternity hazing.
Are they like orphanages?
They may have more in common than I'm comfortable admitting.
Because now that I think about it, team training is kind of a lot about the same things that we did in the orphanage, except there was more stealing. And less good food. Lots of soup. Lots of moldy bread.
So do you do remember bits of your past then?
Silver's kind of like staring off into the distance, like she's completely disassociating. She's like, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Kinda. Sorta. It comes and it goes. In flashes, you know?
Yes, actually, that makes sense. If you want me to, still do not think that there will be much of a result at the end. But if you wish for me to join, I can join, I guess.
Awesome. Come along. And she's grab your wrist and drag you along.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yes. Okay.
And she's going about getting everybody together. And we're all going to be doing team training montages. Like, we're going to do a fun relay race or something. And maybe we'll play Quack Quack Kenku.
I'm sorry, what?
Quack Quack Kenku.
You are
I
not
don't
familiar with this common children's game.
And you will be astounded at noticing that a majority of Silver's ideas of team bonding are 90s gym class games.
Everybody get ready for line dancing to the Ghostbusters.
Like, we're going to put a bunch of balls in a parachute and throw them up and see who can get the most and bring them back as a feat of dexterity.
Oh, gosh, rid of those egg basket things.
Every single part of this montage, every single segment ends with a shot of Alistair completely behind everybody else, stumbling over his own 2 feet, unable to do any of it.
So I throw this ball as hard as I can, and they attempt to evade. A splendid game.
What are you saying, PW? Alistair says.
Assuming there's dodgeball in this montage. That's the...
Yes, there's dodgeball in this montage.
No, I assumed you throw the dodgeball directly at Alistair at that point.
PW would appear out of stealth to throw the dodgeball. That's the... feel like PW would also probably cheat at some of the field games, especially like egg carrying. And the other thing, he would just put the egg inside of his chest and then run full speed. That's the
Why does a sack have 3 legs?
2 of the legs are disabled by being tied together.
Malin walks up to Simone. You want to get out of here?
To who?
You!
Oh, I couldn't hear you. Sorry. Please.
Cool. You want to break into the storehouse?
Definitely.
Sick. I go
Scurries away. Yeah, get me the fuck out of here, bro. Wait, hold on. Is Alistair in a conspicuous position where like someone would notice if you get snatched?
We would say that Alistair is literally lying on the floor trying to catch his breath while everyone else is doing the current activity.
Yeah,
Are you hanging out in the
I
potato bag?
grab his hand and pull him with us. Come on, Alistair.
I'm being
let's go.
pulled an awful lot today.
Quiet.
Sorry.
Silver
We have a
is
secret
distracted.
mission.
Secret mission. What?
We're going to break into the storehouse.
If the choice is between continuing to try to do a 3-legged race with the automaton, I'll help you break into the storehouse.
Perfect.
Nice. I think I remember there being 1 bottle of mead still left in there. Or ale. What did we sell in that other place? I think it was the
I
ale.
think it was.
It was a
wasn't
whiskey.
Yeah.
It was whiskey.
A whiskey. There's 1 bottle of whiskey left. So, Simone, what's your deal?
My deal?
Like, yeah. What do you remember before you like showed up here or whatever?
Well, not a whole lot, to be honest. I kind of just I like to truthfully I like to be alone. So being in the presence of everyone here and participating in wacky things is not really something I'm interested in doing. But I can obviously recognize the usefulness of being with a solid group, so I appreciate everybody here. I just more used to being solitary, I think. Feels better.
Nobody who's alone starts out alone. Do you know how you came to be alone?
I feel like what I remember of my family is they were kind of like I think a chosen family and not my actual family. So I'm not really sure what happened there. I don't really remember, but I feel like I remember spending a lot of time with people that I liked and cared about, and then just nothing really after that.
It's weird not being able to remember. and yet you still feel the feelings, you know?
Yeah.
Alistair, what the fuck comes out of your chest?
Something not from around here.
I think I was also alone for a while before I first showed up here. And I feel like it must be weird to never feel like you're alone. Is that how you feel?
I think, with the memories I have, that I'm the kind of person who's alone in a crowd. And I think I always have been. You've been around me enough. I'm not exactly the most, I'm awkward. And I think after I after I broke into the library, and I think saw something that I should not have seen. Read something that just got worse. I don't. My mind is never quiet. I guess that is what you're driving at. I'm never really have silence. But whatever these things are, they don't really. They're not good company. They don't communicate with me, really. They just take control. I guess when they think I'm in danger.
That sounds tough to deal with. Like if I was in your shoes, I think I would feel like I don't have control of what's going on. And that would make me worry a lot. Not to worry you or anything, but
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I think that's why I bury myself in the library. At the moment, at least. My mind is the one thing I really have.
But you're sharing your mind with other entities?
It's more like I'm sharing the head space. They have not. They control my body, and they control these. I don't know what you call them. Abilities, powers. I've heard them called spells. I don't fully understand. They control that. They control the physical. But they have never. Well, I guess the problem is I wouldn't know if they did, but they've never taken control of my mind. It's more like they're sharing the physical space.
So when they do things to your body or with your body, you're still... Are you able to control any of that? Like, you sound like you you're in there, like your head's in there, and you're sentient and conscious when all of this is happening. But have you tried taking control when these things happen? Like trying to act as though one of these appendages is yours and seeing what you can do? Or how does that work?
I am certainly conscious. The screaming probably tips some of that off. Apologies. I know it's probably disconcerting during a fight to hear me screaming relatively frequently. But I think over time I've just understood a bit more about what it is I am now capable of. So I am able to say, I want to I know in the middle of a fight that I see an ally that is in trouble. I want to help them. And then something happens that attempts to help them. There seems to be a little bit of give and take at the moment. I don't really know what they want. Well, I think they want out of wherever they are. And I don't exactly know how I'm supposed to help with that, but I think so far as I'm useful to them, they will attempt to protect me, and if they, in doing so, hopefully are useful, helpful to all of you as well. You all wouldn't be the first to view me as more of a liability.
No, I think that you sound like not a liability, but like if we can figure out how to help you harness control and be able to do these things and feel more confident in it's you that's doing it, you know what I mean? Instead of like these voices and things that you hear and see, that you are like just pure untapped power. And I think that that's really cool. So I don't see you as a liability at all. There might be a little risk involved, but I think that that's amazing. I alter myself to be stronger, but I don't actually have something, you know? And you having that is really awesome.
Thank you. Well, my memory is hazy enough to not know for sure. I'm fairly certain that's the first time anyone has ever looked at it that way. But this is also a very unusual place that I am found myself in. Well,
our past selves and present self have been friends for a reason, right? And then she'll put her fist out to give you a fist bump.
Alistair has no idea what that is.
Touch your fist to my fist, Alistair.
Oh.
It's a sign of friendship and camaraderie.
All right then. And he will do that. And if she pushes forward at all, he'll sort of like try to hold it. Thank you, Simone. I don't know if that answers your question, Nayland. As usual, I tend to be kind of rambling.
You know, I hate to pile it on because that's gross. But there's something cool about knowing that you're not totally in control of what happens to you or what's inside of you. Because you have this kind of quality, Alistair, that's like since you can't control letting shit out anyway, you just are. Like, I know you say you're awkward, but you talk the same to me, to Simone, to Silver. You're just yourself all the time. I think maybe there's some strength in realizing that some stuff isn't actually in your control, if that makes sense. I envy that about you. You say that you ramble and you say that you're awkward, but I actually think that's kind of pretty cool.
For a moment, Alistair is sort of sitting here, these two, getting positive affirmations from two women is not something that potentially has ever happened in his life. So he's definitely feeling a little even more awkward, but he says, I know that's, maybe perhaps you're right. I get stuck in my own head, and it's good to hear others' views on it from the outside, I think. So thank you for that.
Yeah. Don't mention it.
If I may ask, Nayland, and you certainly, if this is not something you're comfortable talking about, I understand. But this is the first.
Okay.
I mean, sorry. Again, build up, awkward. Like I said, this is the first chance we've really had to speak since I've met you, and I know I'm informed that you, for lack of a better term, you were part of this group previously. How are you doing? How is that? Are you doing all right with that? That it's I don't think we as a group knew that sort of thing was possible until you came back.
Yeah. Sometimes it feels cool. And other times it's kind of confusing. I liked where I was in between the first time and this time. I guess I'm just a little worried if I'll be going back there or not. I don't really have a better answer for you.
No, that's I can see that. Do you know if where you were in between was where you had come from originally, or did it seem like a different place?
Kind of hard to piece together. Parts of it felt familiar. Well, some of the people felt familiar. And I think maybe, well, I guess I was different, after going through what we went through. I got there and I appreciated some stuff that I was ignoring or putting off before. It's kind of frustrating being away again, or newly. I don't know. It's still strange having all that amnesia from how we even got here in the first place. And I don't really like feeling out of control.
Hmm.
I think that's why. That's part of what I said before.
Hmm. I don't know if in the various conversations we've all had, our various iterations have had about our actual current situation, if it has come up, the idea that this is not just a random happenstance. That something was done to us by another party.
I'm not convinced that it wasn't something that we did.
Mm.
Also, I just don't know.
I mean, I've done some stupid shit, but I feel like I'm also the type of person who tries to think of the consequences of what I'm doing when I sign up for things. And I don't think I would have willingly chose something like this. So I'm curious if there is a puppet master somewhere.
Could always be an unintended consequence of something else.
That's true.
I know a little something about that. I don't think I knew what was going to happen when I read what I read. So, but I guess I wonder if, in an attempt to turn around and offer back the words of affirmation you've both given me, perhaps we need to start thinking about some of this as something we can use to our advantage. I'm not sure I even know how, but...
Well, I've had one thought, but it's dark. Very dark.
Okay.
If we find that we know what we're up against and we don't find ourselves capable of completing the task required, we can always roll the dice and she'll draw an invisible line across her throat with her pointer finger, insinuating death. Since we keep coming back and what have you, if I knew that I wasn't going to be enough to do that, I could strategically let go of this current self to make this stop. Because I don't know. Part of me is sad that, I mean, I would never expect, I guess, to meet myself in another timeline or anything, but I feel like not knowing who they were is odd. And I feel like, from what I've been told anyways, the last Simone was a part of me. And I think that it's I don't know. I guess part of me wonders if we're just like fractured in time and space. And if there's a way to fix that to where Simone, the last Simone, would be part of me, that would maybe be something I'd want.
Okay, I think that's enough mind melty shit for me.
Here, try a peanut.
I eat a peanut.
Did those come with you? Did you have those before you arrived? No.
I mean, I had some in my bag. They were pretty stale, to be honest. But I got rid of those, and I bought like 20 bags when we were out and about. So, you know how you said that you have like chatter going on in your mind sometimes? I drown mine out with crunchy snacks so that I can't hear my thoughts.
Alistair will, if you offer, Alistair will take a peanut.
I got a bag for everybody, honestly. I just haven't found a good time to give them to you guys.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
But here, have a handful.
Thank you very much. No, thank you. And thank you both again for talking with me. And how much I can help. But Nayland, if you ever are feeling like it's getting a little too out of control, you can probably always find me in the library. Feel free to distract me.
Sounds good. I'll throw my peanut shell at you.
Don't understand why this group is so into this sort of hazing that is done on campuses. I thought I was away from that.
Let it out.
Amazing.
The chest tentacle thinks Alistair deserves that, so it's not going to do anything.
Alright. Upon the castle door, during some of this time, there is a loud knocking. It echoes to the castle.
I think Kelly will go down there.
Hmm?
Who is it?
You hear like some whirring, almost of like sort of placed like a machine of some type, and then a voice. Well, hello there. I'm here to interview you.
Okay.
Can we have a conversation between you and the residents of this castle?
Yes.
Excellent. Can you open the door, please?
Happily. She'll open it.
All right. You open and you see a 9-foot-tall metallic creature. Sticking in their back are 4 swords. They seem very put together. They kind of wore their head. Hello there.
Hello.
Let's see. Are you one of the variants known as Kelly?
Yes.
Excellent. May I come in?
I don't see why not. I'll close the door. What can I do you for?
Well, I am here hoping to interview you and the rest of. Let's see here. I believe you identified yourselves as glitches at one time. That's part of the reports we have.
Yeah. Some of them right now are having a really long conversation, but I'm gonna Silver PW. I found someone.
I'll see. So, while we're waiting for them to come down, can you please talk to me about your experience and your several variations thereupon?
Happily. Well, I used to be just a random teenager playing video games,
You
sitting in my dad's house.
What'd you call the world in which you lived?
Oh, it was there was a name for it. I might need some help. There was hold on. I think I remember. Just give me like 2 seconds here.
Everyone else, I didn't realize there was going to be a test today.
Here it is. But does it have the name of it? Oh no. Oh no. Where's the name of it?
Who are you?
I didn't get his name.
I know, that's why I'm asking him
Oh.
who he is.
Well, hello there. You must be Silver.
How do you know who I am? Who are you?
You match the several reports we have of the creatures called Silver.
Creatures? Several? There's more than one of me?
Not yet, I guess. From the creature called Silver, I will put that into your frame of reference.
Oh.
Hear the clanging of PW's running feet in the background.
Oh.
So what else do you need to know?
Oh, I'm just filling out a report.
Okay.
Home plane
Yeah.
material, it sounds like, I assume. But just curious, what world upon the material plane?
Yeah, I went to this place called Hogforce.
Ogfort. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Well, that was before, and then I had a pet, and me and the pet sort of became mutated, and I ended up in the ocean somewhere, and that's when I became a mermaid.
Right. Fort, is that Inspire?
That sounds right.
All right. Let's see.
Clang.
Spire?
Kevin, who is
Question mark.
this?
Question mark. Question mark. Oh, fellow machine person. Welcome.
Hello. Who are you, or who do you represent?
Of course, I represent Primus.
Who or what is Primus?
He is my creator.
Oh.
Sorry,
For what purpose?
ruler of all of Mechanus.
Mechanus. I think we've been there.
We have.
I think I died there.
At least once.
So, where are you?
Were you on
go ahead.
the? Were you on Mechanus? I know we did recently have a Simone
Mm-hmm.
that died on Mechanus.
Really?
Were you interested in the Gate Town?
Well, yeah, absolutely.
I did hear some blind violations.
Oh, no. Well, I think there were some people, but I really liked the lines. I thought they were pretty cool.
Can you describe this recently deceased Simone?
Let's say here. Looked a lot like a cat.
Oh, what happened to Cat Simone?
Now we know.
Oh, let's see. Believe they caused a whole type of problem. I didn't want to wait in line,
That sounds right.
and was executed by firing squad.
Wow. I sort of had that happen to me, except they mostly just picked up blunt objects and beat me with them.
For crimes against order.
Yeah, well, I mean, I believe in order.
Excellent.
What else can we help you with?
Right, okay, so let's see here. Patient Whisper, you are currently undivided, at least in the last few bit, but we've had at least 9 of you, apparently. Tell me, version, whatever
PW
version
looks
this
visibly
is.
angry.
This your current version. Can you please tell me a little bit about what you remember?
PW is going to. Are you reading from like a notepad or something that's in front of you?
Yes.
PW is going to try to grab it and look at it and turn it around and try to read it.
Oh my. All right. Yeah, we'll do athletics. Oh my. What'd you get?
So it's a very robust 3.
Okay. Gotta hold on to it. I must warn you, interfering with an official Colorado investigation is punishable by death.
Oh,
This is warning 1.
how many warnings do we get?
PW's hand is still holding on to it, but just very ineffectually. I would like the information about the alternative versions.
Oh,
I'm sorry, that violates the rules to which I am sent to you.
so I'm sorry, but what do you need to know?
The accused does have a right to know what they're accused of. You are absolutely correct.
Thank you.
So, the powers over in Mechanus are deciding to whether or not you are to blame for the current reality-defying situation.
Oh,
I have been dispatched to interview you and take back the results so they can make the appropriate judgment.
that sounds fair.
What do you mean by reality destruction, what have you, is
Believe it or not, most people, when they die, stay dead.
good point.
And
Always thought-
from what we can tell, you all don't. And not only that, you come back as someone different.
Well, I mean, that's not entirely true. I mean, I died, I came back, but I'm still me.
Right. Except you're you this time, but there has been 1,027 other times it has not been you.
What? 1 million? I died 1 million times. Why didn't you tell me I died
7.
27?
Mm-hmm.
1,027.
1,027.
27? EW. Why didn't you tell me?
Yes. I am not aware of these additional deaths.
I have a question. We've also kind of established that when Kelly dies, Nayland dies, and vice versa. So does that mean there's 1,027 different Naylands too? And Silver's like pointing between the two of them because I feel like they're both.
I do have some information on that actually. Let's see.
Oh, you do?
Right.
Oh, definitely tell me.
So
I
there is
promise
this
I'll
double
pass it
death
along.
scenario that seems to happen. And
Mhm.
1,027 times Kelly has been the culprit.
Yeah. Well, wait a minute. That's not right.
Well, you died first, is what I mean.
No. That can't be right.
Yes, my information does seem to be accurate.
Are you saying the only reason Nayland ever dies is because of me?
No, I have her instances of causing it right here.
How many did she get?
1.
Well,
Wow.
Are the
Do you
three
know
of
if
us
it was-
there now? Is that does Silver establish the three of us are there as well? Or
Sure, yeah, that's fine.
yeah, okay.
after that
Is the
3-hour walk to the store, yeah, come on down.
is
Hey,
the one she
Nayland.
is responsible for one where she killed Kelly herself?
Wow, you are really good at this. That's an amazing mind.
I don't.
This tracks.
Well, no, you're wrong.
That's funny.
You have to be wrong, right?
Well, I will say this is all by witness testimony and information gathering.
Are you
All
saying
the
that?
information I have gathered has been relayed to me by sources. If these sources are indeed wrong, I do apologize for if it misrepresents anything.
Well, how do I get out of the group?
Oh, we have no idea what's going on. We just were trying to decide if you're a threat and if you're to blame for your own problem.
I am, clearly.
I see. Well,
I'm the reason
I will-
she keeps dying.
I will report this confession
Yes.
to the powers that.
Wait
She
a
is not
minute.
aware of what she has confessed to. That is not a legal confession.
It would. Oh dear.
Also, where is it written you may not return from the dead?
I mean, I'll pay my sentence. At least then
Well-
she'll be safe.
Honestly, that's interesting. But as far as returning, the major problem is that we splinter.
What?
I have not splintered to my knowledge.
Splintered?
Right. Well, there's different versions of you.
A
Except
million?
there's only one version of you.
Oh.
Everyone gets one version. That's it. Period. But to you, whenever you do this, it seems to create others. And then when I've researched on these worlds, they know this other one, and that they did it before. You are changing reality. Or something else is.
Hold on.
Oh,
If I-
hi, Alistair.
Hello. So apologies. I mean, we've known about this. Science has known about this for years. It's called string theory. The idea of a splintering of realities every time a choice is made. This is not actually unusual. You say you are coming from this Primus, and Primus is the ruler of. What was that again?
Sorry. Let's see here. Ah, yes. I'm looking at your world. One of your favorite false religions is string theory.
I'm gonna lean over to Silver and be like, I think silvers aren't. I mean, I think strings aren't a theory. I've seen them.
That is a. Honestly, that is fascinating, and I wish that I had the time to sit here and talk to you about that for an extended period, but I fear I would bore all of my compatriots. So instead, I will simply point out this Mechanus individual is...
Primus.
The Primus individual is the ruler of Mechanus. Are we currently in Mechanus?
No.
Then I fail to see what jurisdiction Primus has on any of us. At all.
You are dumber than the tales make out to be. Okay. Now, I will
That doesn't
inform
actually answer
you.
my question.
Right. Primus is over all order. Mechanus is the place of all order. You currently are in defiance of all order.
Oh,
But if Mechanus
It is open to it is open to the responsibilities of our world is to make sure that order is maintained across all reality and planes, worlds, material, and none. We have jurisdiction everywhere.
And who gave you that?
The universe. That we are the Primus.
You do see. Please tell me you see the circularity.
Do you have magic?
I don't know. It's been called
Right.
that.
Why does it work the way it works?
Oh, I have no idea. We've just been
Primist,
having a discussion about
mechanist.
it. I doubt that heavily.
Oh no. It's why things can only be 30 feet. Why can't they go 35? Why not 31? Why not 30.23 feet?
I don't
Mechanist.
understand. Why aren't you continuing your interview? Why are you talking about this?
Okay. When is the first time you remember
Oh,
dying?
we asked.
Dying? I mean, I don't remember the first time, but I do remember the second time. So the second time we were playing a game. It was called baseball, and I walked off of the park, and I got beaten to death. And that was the first one I remember.
All right.
You were cut in half. You may not have been able to see it from your angle.
It was just pain on my side. I don't know.
After that, what was the first memory you had?
Oh, for me, I remember waking up in the ocean and being really scared because I thought I was drowning. And then I realized I could actually breathe in the ocean.
Do you have any memories of any selves that aren't you?
Yes.
Please share.
Oh, I'd rather not.
Will not cooperate with investigation.
No, I will. I will. It's just, it's embarrassing, and I don't want to admit it in front of everyone here.
I see. Is this a sight thing or a sound thing?
What? A sight or a
It's
sound
about them
thing?
seeing you admit it or hearing you admit it.
Oh, hearing me, I guess.
Right.
Would-
I petition for participants other than Kelly to please lose their hearing. And all of you go deaf.
Oh, no. No.
Now, please continue.
Oh,
Make the voices go away. I think at least he'd make the voices go away. He's gonna do this to
gosh.
me.
They can't hear me?
Correct.
Silver's in the corner very loudly, like just shouting nonsense because she can't hear.
Kelly, you're
And
going to
it's-
hear in your head PW's voice saying, "So, what are you two discussing?"
Oh, nothing. And I'm going to cover my mouth.
Actually, Alistair joins in with his telekinetic speech as well. Let's go.
Oh,
So
gosh.
is everyone just like? If he is silenced, did he just like turn off all of our hearing? Is that something?
Simone will silently offer Nealon a peanut.
You also realize halfway through that Naylan and Silver are in this party call because that's how Psychic Whispers works.
Oh shit!
So Kelly covers her mouth to try and keep people from looking at what she's saying. And to test this, she looks at PW and will say, if you can hear me, stand on one leg.
Are you narrating your thoughts to yourself in your head?
Yes.
Then PW will stand on one leg.
It's not working.
Yes, I can clearly hear your decision making.
Oh, I have to think of something else. Okay, I'm going to try to think of the exact opposite of what I'm saying. Okay. Naylan. And she covers her mouth. The reason I got you the dagger is I had a dream where you had a dagger and I think we were friends. And that's the life I remember. And she lowers her hand.
Okay, you sail it. Interesting. Requesting return of hearing. And the wind rushes past your ears. This thing begin to work again.
And then you hear Silver screaming, "Ah!" Oh, okay.
Shoot, Silver, did a tentacle come out of your chest?
No, I was just wondering why no one could hear me.
Oh.
She just screams.
Was your mind empty that whole time? It was just physically you were screaming, but empty empty upstairs.
What was coming from my brain was just like a white noise kind of sound.
Nail you'll hear in your head. Was it a good dagger?
Valen is white knuckle gripping PW's arm, and she's like, "Wait, does that mean that what we heard was the opposite of what she was saying out loud? And she was trying to think the opposite of what we wouldn't know."
Oh yeah, I need to make us. I guess I should roll for that, huh? See if she
probably
tried deception or something.
So intelligence deception.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Because you had to do this with your brain.
Oh boy, this will be interesting. Whoops. That's a 6.
Brain is Kelly's strongest skill.
What are you rolling against?
I was just rolling to see if I effectively hid what I said, trying to think of the opposite.
It's been a fail because it wouldn't be contested. Just be, was she able to not think what she spoke?
Not think about the thing she's trying not to think about. Yeah.
I would do very well at this. I never think about my words.
Peanuts help.
Well, I'm glad we all got that whole me living in the caves thing sorted out. Someone else speak, please.
I haven't died. And neither has he. I pointed to Patient Whisper.
You don't know about any of your deaths. Interesting. Noted.
He refuses to share the information with us, Silver.
Of course not. This is only for the eyes of my overseers. If you wish to call me a name, I am good with Rut or Kali.
Rot.
Excellent. Looks. Now, Simone, are you aware of your high death frequency versus time you actually are in a certain form?
Yeah.
What memories do you have of this?
I have the memories that I've learned about, and then I guess my brain has created memories around what I've been told. So I don't know if they're real or not.
All right. Do any of you have distinct memories from incarnation to incarnation?
What does that mean?
I don't think that applies to you, Silver.
Oh, okay.
Well, you have
Players
only
know
had
that.
250 incarnations, Silver, so maybe it takes a certain number. Maybe you get that more at 1 million like this young lady.
You don't have to say that out loud.
I have 250 other selves? What do they all do?
Die,
Is that relevant
apparently.
for this investigation. Well, for the investigation, but not this conversation.
Wait, did one version of him grow up goblin?
Continuing.
Silver kind of crouches down and starting to have a mental crisis about growing up with a goblin family.
Let's see here. Naylin.
Ah.
Do any of your glitch selves contact your other selves?
So you like a cop? Like, what is this?
I am a chief investigator.
Are you like new? Is this like your first?
I am not new.
Does your mechanist or whatever, are there like lawyers that they like give out to represent people in situations like this?
Nope, those who are in defiance of order simply are executed or unmade from reality.
So there's nobody who like so each individual is responsible for stating their case to the folks who make that decision?
People like me get information, and you're just another source of information. We then put all those sources of information through our rigorous truth-finding process and render the judgment that is most considered with all the orders of the multiverse. Then we make a decision and send a force to enforce order.
So like who else are you interviewing? Just in the scope of how you're going to get a well-rounded picture of like
Currently, everyone that any of yourselves has ever had in contact with. It is a long list.
Are there others of us walking around right now? Nayland's literally just has started asking questions and is not answering any questions.
We have had some vanishments. 3 has vanished from our map.
You have a map?
Yes, it has one known as Titania.
I remember her.
They are gone.
I did not convey myself properly. I meant, are there other versions of us right now walking around right now? Because you say we splinter.
Right. Well, now is a bit relative, but no. I'd have to go to a different now to talk to another version.
This is a
Nayland
different
side
now,
eyes.
the same version.
I mean, they're all multiple presents. That's part of the problem. And so far, it's all centered around you.
Okay, I think that's all my questions for now. You're dismissed.
Excellent. Now, Naylin,
No.
do your other selves, does your splinter selves know about your other selves?
I don't remember.
Right. Are you aware of other selves that are not splintered?
I don't recall.
Who made you?
And I think this is blowing Nayland's mind right now because she is suddenly having a thought like this is something she knew the answer to. She's sort of just been like giving like off, like she's just like trying to brush the person off, but this is like question is like, oh shit, wait, that's something I used to know about myself. I don't remember.
A Naylin has become aware or unaware of other Naylins, and yet is splintering to other Naylins.
You are?
Let me see your notebook.
Nope. This is confidential. Right. Well, to all of your memories, What is the first memory in the Outlands that you have?
Clarifying, does Sigil count as the Outlands, or
Yeah.
is that?
It would.
Oh, okay. So PW remembers that memory, but
I remember playing with PW and Neelan.
So he goes, okay, you playing games. Patient whispers, great model. Liz remembers waking up in Sigil.
I don't know the order though.
A
A mortuary.
mortuary in Sigil.
I still have my claim ticket.
Goes, Simone, what is yours?
What is my what? Crunches on peanuts.
First memory of being here in the Outlands. Is it in Sigil?
Learned memory or actual memory of this current body?
What you would call yours.
I remember Kelly coming up the stairs and finding me while we were in that tower.
Noted.
Wow. Wait, that's your first memory?
It's what I was given.
Did you think I was your mother?
No.
Okay.
All right. Well, I have some information here. I think this sums up all my holes.
So
Do you
we're
have
free to
a lot of holes?
Less now.
I see.
Oh, you are always free. I just get information to relay back, and the decision that is best to reassert order will be made.
Okay.
If it involves you, I'm sure you will be made away as it is being enforced.
Okay.
If you attempt to kill us, we will attempt to kill you back.
Do you have a number? I'm sorry. You said do you have verification that I died a million that many times?
27.
Just eyewitness testimonies. I understand that this may put in force, but thank you. I will put a note to extend extreme measures in case we need to do this. Thank you for your assistance, Patient Whisper.
Yeah, thanks, Patient Whisper.
I have a
PW
question
Psychic.
for you.
Yes.
Okay, so Neelan asked if there are other versions of us walking around in this now, and we said no. We said that there may be others in other nows, correct?
That is accurate to my official record.
So if we live and stop regenerating more of ourselves in other nows, there's not really a problem, is there?
Well, believe it or not, 1,027 Kellys is causing a problem.
I understand.
That would create a problem for me also.
Yeah.
I've already offered. If you want to take me in, then you can take me in.
Like I said, I am not a judge. I am an investigator and sometimes executioner.
Also, I kind of have a feeling that if they find us guilty, Kelly, they're not just gonna take us in. I think they're gonna like wipe our existence from all of reality.
But if they could do that, then couldn't they just fix the problem?
Yeah. Couldn't you fix the problem?
Sounds
We don't
like.
know what the problem currently is, other than you all seem to be at the center.
Yeah,
We are
we
going to
don't.
determine if you are to blame, though.
Yeah, but we don't know why it's happening either.
Well, Primus and the other powers of Mechanus are the ones who determine the best thing to reestablish order. Once that is determined, creations like myself will enforce. I hope you have a nice day.
Thank you. Would you like a parting gift?
No, thank you.
Yeah, have a nice day.
Does begin to turn. And jumps off the castle. Walks.
Bizarre.
This was interesting.
If they find
You
us
should have
guilty, what are they
pretended not
going
to be
to
home.
I think
why-
they just kill us.
I mean, I
do?
guess
That's
more
not
than
so-
yeah. I think they're going to delete us.
Killing us
would
doesn't
make the
seem like
problem
us. Exactly. I don't know how they would be able to erase our existence from every now. But because technically we still would be there because the memory of us would be there. So who
They would
really
like
wins?
to restrain us.
Ha 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 ha.
PW,
Yes.
you're a machine, right?
AW looks down. Accurate.
Do you know how to? Do you know how to fix the problem?
If I knew that, we would not have been traveling around the Outlands for the past decade and change.
None of this makes any sense.
It is inexplicable why we have been affected in this way. It does not
No.
appear to be within our direct control.
Not that part. The part where I keep causing Nayland to die. I've killed Nayland 1,000,000 times.
In 26.
I know. All I'm saying is this is worse.
Have you tried not being hit?
I'm sorry, Nayland. I don't know why I keep dying, but you were right. You were right. I get why you watch now. You were right.
Whoa, hey. I mean, clearly it doesn't stick, so it's not a big deal.
It's a huge deal.
We do not blame you for being killed. Generally, the device or creature or fundamental fact of reality that slays you is generally considered to be the responsible party.
And hey, look, I mean, say I didn't die all those times that you were dying first. Who's to say I wouldn't have died on my own? We just don't know.
You've only died once on your own, Nayland.
Well, first, you know?
Nilan makes many questionable decisions. Her death is likely inevitable.
Yeah, I'm so bad at making decisions, so I'm like really a mess.
Yeah, Kelly doesn't buy that. So we need to go to this place called Cursed, right?
That was the plan.
Okay, I'll
Yes, the council has been moving that direction. Still is, I believe.
Good.
Kelly, I have something that might cheer you up.
Yeah?
VW will hand you a superior healing potion.
I get it. Funny. Real funny, PW. She gives it back to you and just storms off.
No, I have 7 more. Wait. Oh, no.
She comes back. Never mind. I do need to keep her alive, and so she'll take it.
VW will hand you 2 just in case.
I swear I didn't do anything this time, but I still feel like her being upset is my fault.
That is probably because it is.
Well, you know, a simple solution would be to every time we need to leave the castle to tie her up and leave her here to ensure your safety. But who am I to say anything? Crunches more peanuts.
Maybe
I
if
thought you were going
I
to-
kill us 1,028 times, she won't feel so bad.
But before we go down this path, I would like to remind everyone that the information was entirely via word of mouth of, as far as I can tell, random people that this automaton was interviewing. And
Approximately a million.
At least 1,027,000 at least. But I mean, certainly there are likely grains of truth there, but I think making too many decisions based on what amounts to a gargantuan amount of hearsay is potentially not the right course of action.
We could start creating our own hearsay.
Such things have been done.
A good point.
And I will just point out that the fact that there are laws is not actually evidence that this Primus is in charge of them. Still fucking circular.
Also, Alistair. And then PW is also going to hand you a superior healing potion.
Yes, thank you. I don't think anyone else dies when I do, but still, it's nice to have. Thank you.
Well,
Do you actually hand him one?
You die when you die, so.
Yeah. All right. Ooh. I'm not proud. I'll take it.
PW will look at Naylan and then not hand you a superior healing potion.
Yeah, checks out.
PW was going to look at Silver and also not hand you a superior healing potion.
Silver kind of just looks at you with like big, giant, like kind of like cartoonish, watery eyes. He's like, "What if I grew up with goblin parents?
You would probably speak better Goblin.
Oh,
I wouldn't have been an orphan."
How does your
That
brain
also
do
could
this,
be true.
Daniel?
All right. With that, we'll go ahead and take our break, and we'll be back. Alrighty.
I'm back.
The odor of rusty metal stings every breath that you take. Ahead lies the gate town of Cursed, a dismal-looking community surrounded by an imposing wall. Hulking sentries mind the barrier and oversee an open gate into town. As you near the gate town, your Mimir chimes, and its eye sockets flicker with like a dying candle flame. What would you like to do?
Is the weather notable here, or is it the same as?
Weather isn't of too much of note. It is a clearer day. You can see at the entrance, overlooking it from above, are two large demonic elephantine creatures that you know as maleficents, the killers of Kelly.
Like they're known as that?
No, but that's the last time you encountered
Whenever
them.
we introduce them to new people, we say those are the creatures that previously killed Kelly.
That's not imposing or anything.
What do we what do we know about? I know we're supposed to find out about the gate. But what do we know about the actual, like, plane? This carceri.
Mm-hmm. Carceri is known as a prison plane.
So they should not be too similar to a prison, but likely not far off.
Would follow the pattern, yes.
Do you suppose they also employ lines?
I know
Most
you
places
told me
do.
why you all are so paranoid of lines, but
Paranoia implies perceived consequences and not real consequences.
fair
I mean,
point.
it wasn't that big of a deal, though.
Simone just died, Kelly.
Yeah, we forgot to tell you all that. Cat Simone was killed by a firing squad.
In Mechanus for breaking line etiquette and
Well,
rule.
They didn't say breaking line etiquette. They said causing basically chaos, which is on brand.
We know Simone.
Well, we don't know if
Simone
she
will
was
shrug.
mine. She might not have even been in a line.
That is a punishable offense.
Well, I just remember the lines weren't that bad. I mean, PW, you seemed to agree with me at the time.
Line waiting is an acceptable activity for one with solid stamina.
I agree.
So, as you stare at this gate town before you, Kelly, Nayland, and Patient, you can particularly see that the community gates have bars only on the outside.
Oh.
No, fine. You mean metal bars is not drinking bars.
Yes.
It's only a fun place outside.
Yeah.
Truly, a
Metal
hellish
bars.
The
prison.
real punishment.
Very much as if they're meant to keep people inside.
Yeah. This is not good. Not good at all.
We should inquire to the location of their gate, but likely decline any sorts of activities that would ask us to cross into the Carceri plain.
Yeah, I don't really want to go to prison. It doesn't sound like a fun activity.
We'd be safe there.
Arguable.
Yeah, debatable.
Kelly, are you familiar with any types of underwater prisons?
I am.
The one they would find would likely be worse.
I doubt it.
Well, this is likely the place with the greatest of expertise on imprisonment. You could inquire.
That's a good point. I feel like my family would want to know.
About underwater prisons?
Yeah. I think they were in charge. I mean,
And you believe they need more robust prison services?
I don't think it would hurt. I mean, I have hundreds of siblings, I'm sure. Nonetheless, the prisons here seem to be for us. And it's probably best if we just be respectful of the laws so that we don't get ourselves harmed. I pledged to be respectful of the laws.
I will make no such binding pledge.
Pledge to who?
I just pledge. I just want it to be known, Nayland, so you don't have to be afraid. And
Well-
everyone else, we're going to just do this by the book.
Alistair, as the one most familiar with books, should you lead?
I've actually written a book on the deities of the ocean.
I'm aware.
Yes, you wrote the foreword.
I'm not sure books are going to Alistair looking at the gates, the bars, and the two demonic elephants, which he's never seen before, at the top, and just says, I'm not sure books are actually going to be very useful in this situation, but we can at least try to find someone who could tell us where the gate is. And I mean, we could try to go to the gate as quickly as possible and do this, but the last time we all sort of agreed we needed to experience the town a bit before we did that.
Right.
Not relishing that idea, but I don't know exactly if we can shortchange our floating skull recorder. I don't know.
That's a good
So
point.
then maybe we do need to get in a bit of trouble.
What?
That might be a way to experience it.
Trouble generally finds us.
Well, it doesn't mean we have to look for it. I mean, if it's going to find us anyway, we should just, play this safe, right?
Or
Always right.
when in Rome, do as the Romans do. And Nayland will start
Who?
backing up towards the gate. The rope, don't worry about it.
Wait, why are you going
headed
to the
in-
gate? Why are you? No, come away from the gate, Nayland.
Well, I figured we gotta get in the city. I mean, you can
Yeah,
try and
we
catch
do.
me.
I don't know why you're
You
moving
walk
backwards, but it's fine.
Let's go.
All right.
Also, trouble usually finds Kelly
That's not fair, PW. You're supposed to be my friend.
PW muttered that very quietly to himself.
All right. In that case, you enter into Cursed.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
Oh,
I
can't
did
wait to
think this
experience
part
this
would be
imprisonment.
harder.
It's
Well,
easy to get
I
in.
don't think getting in is hard.
Yeah,
Getting into prison's the easy part. Yeah.
Hotel California here.
You see barred buildings and very quickly moving individuals as you are now within the barbed wired walls. You can see on all of the walls all various creatures. A picture of what seem to be different humanoids along with elephants, wyverns fly in the sky. What would you like to do?
Do you have any like
Does it-
wanted posters up? Oh, sorry, no, good.
No, you go. That's a good question.
No.
Does it seem to be like contentious in here? Like, are people like mugging people and then running away, or?
No, people mostly keeping to themselves and just appear to be very suspicious of everyone they see. Like they're going to get mugged by anybody.
Gotcha.
Do we see any like written rules, or is anybody wearing like uniforms?
I mean, there are guards, like you see them, like these elephants walking around occasionally, and other ones in official uniforms, but they don't seem to be policing too much. Simply like standing there guarding.
Is anybody looking at us?
I mean, as you walk in, like I said, people eye you with suspicion and
Okay.
might run into their homes or other homes and move about very quickly.
Aylin's gonna blow a kiss at the first person she makes eye contact with. Are they mad about it?
They run much faster.
Oh, okay.
Do you see any sort of
Wow.
signage?
If you'd like to, though, you can make a persuasion check.
Okay. That's very bad.
Creep them out more effectively.
Oh, 21.
21.
That was an 18.
Individual kind of gets a slight smile
Uh-oh.
as they come over. You all new here? You got brought in?
Is that how you got in here? You were brought in?
Yeah.
Well, we are new. Can you give us like the lowdown? What goes on in this place?
I mean, not much. It's to survive.
Who brought you here?
I was some guards brought me here. I did several party fouls, Savannah, and I got brought in.
How egregious were they?
Oh, 77 times in a row I drank the last bit of wine at a party.
Ooh.
Well, that kind of sounds a little fun. I mean, why does everybody here look so scared?
Well, yeah, I mean, kind of looks, because everyone's a criminal. I mean, aren't you?
Well, yeah, totally.
Are you not able to obtain your release?
No. You kidding me? No one leaves the prison.
PW turns around and looks at the door that we came in through.
Huh?
Is it moved or is it still there?
It's still there.
You need a
What is
lawyer?
it?
There's no court.
Silver's immediately gonna kind of turn to PW and be like, I I will pay you 10 gold to walk through that gate.
This is it. This is how it happens.
BW is gonna look at Silver and gonna make that eye contact, and he's also gonna hand you 5 superior healing potions and head towards that gate.
As you get that, you see 2 humanoids and a Maleficent immediately block your way. Turn around.
BW make a full 360 and come back around to where he started. I left something back in my castle.
Oh, you're still there?
He just split in a circle.
Oh, okay.
I literally just rotated 360 degrees.
Sorry, I missed a matter. Come in. No one leaves.
Clarification. Are you allowed to leave?
No one leaves.
Is there a good reason?
This is cursed. People come in and they don't come out.
So, do they just shout from the walls to people who pass by but do not enter?
Why do we shout at people who don't enter?
I assume you would need some form of communication, since entering the city means you cannot share information again.
Share information you want in here.
But not to the outside.
Right.
How fast do they look?
I mean, pretty fast.
So you are saying you will prevent me from attempting to leave?
Yes. Maybe if you get it,
Nope.
we'll just send a Frostu after you.
Do I have any idea what that is?
Can you give me a history or arcana?
That's a very solid 5 in the Arcana realm.
So you don't. No one leaves.
But hypothetically, if someone, say, needed to leave,
Yeah.
how would they do so?
Oh. Well, you'd have to get Baron Villigas's permission.
And he lives, and I will look behind me.
Past the wall, with all the hands nailed to it.
A grisly and easily identified landmark. Thank you.
Yeah, just the bargain master says you can leave. You can leave.
So hypothetically, how tall is the wall?
It is, I believe, 30 feet tall.
Do I think that I could jump it?
I mean, I believe you could possibly get on top of it, but then you do have other people on top of it.
Yeah, other people will have opinions about that, probably. Thank you for the information. And
Yeah,
I
it's the
will-
30-foot wall of rusted metal and razor vine.
I will I will turn to walk away, but I will briefly dart in a direction away from him, but quickly to see if he's paying attention to where I'm
I
going.
mean, they watch you. They kind of watch you, but disinterested, as long as you're not going towards the wall.
PW slumps back. We are not allowed to exit.
You probably should have seen that
Presently. We
I give
can
you
Right.
back the
presently
5
not
healing
exit.
potions. I give you back the 5 healing potions. And 10 gold.
BW dejectedly puts them back inside.
Did you find out anything else? Is there any about
Alistair, there is one way to leave, but it requires for you to scale that wall. I will gesture back towards the 30-foot wall. There is a test of courage that you are required to perform, but it must be undertaken by the smallest, most frail member of the party.
Alistair thinks for a moment, decides he doesn't need to roll insight for this. I appreciate that, PW. Done.
Haha, definitely got you. We are to
Kelly-
obtain permission from a baron.
Kelly would want to ask as well. Where are our cells?
Move along.
Okay. I don't think I know where we're supposed to go.
Well, do I still have that person that I had called over?
A little bit. If he hears it, goes, there's no cells here.
Where do we sleep?
Wherever you can find a place not to get your throat slit.
Is there water here?
I mean, sometimes.
Well, this is going to take some adjustment.
Perhaps someone has imprisoned some water elementals.
Yeah. But it's okay. This is our home now.
Well, so where were you off to? I mean, we're kind of new. Maybe we could just follow you.
I was gonna see if I could. I found some teeth in an eyeball, so I'm trying to see if I can use it to pay for safety to sleep at the dump tonight.
Cool.
Are body parts the primary currency in this town?
No, but for the one who owns the dump, it is.
Oh. We can still make this work. Somehow.
If you wanted to stay somewhere, say, nicer than a dump, where would you go?
The dump's pretty nice. You could try to find one of the places if they're not already taken up. Just find a place to sleep. Hopefully, no one comes in and starts beating you up.
Let's say, hypothetically, you found a location that was already occupied. Are there rules about removing current occupants?
I mean, you can't kill anybody. I mean, you can, but that would be a heinous crime that you might get sent to Casersi.
What about beat up?
Depends. The Burgenmaster's the judge of it. If they feel like you've broken too many rules, you get thrown through the gate.
What's through the gate?
Casersi?
The prison plane.
Oh.
No one's ever seen anyone come out of it.
So whose idea was it to come here again?
We all voted.
I believe that the entire point was we would have to come here at some point if we want to complete the task we're on. I don't think we had a choice.
This isn't any
Point
worse than the last
ahead.
one, right?
Well, perhaps we should have come here last.
At this point, you do feel, as you are walking, it's as if something is clasped to your ankle. and you kind of have to pull hard to move.
What's attached to my ankle?
Nothing.
I reach down to feel for anything invisible.
Nothing. So when you move your leg, it doesn't move unless you push it really hard.
Okay. It's going to be difficult.
Your speeds are reduced by 5 feet.
Oh no!
So it appears that the town itself likes to work on our psyches a bit.
It's working.
I do not enjoy the sensation.
It's the 6 of us with our psyches against an entire city. I think it probably will work.
I'm supposed to swim free. As free as the wind blows.
Well, do we desire to stay at the dump, or do we wish to pursue contact with the Baron?
We should go check in with the Baron.
It's probably our, at least a way to get more information.
Yes.
So we should
The sooner
probably
we
be
leave, the
prepared.
better.
If you're going to Burgomist, that's fine. I have to go make payment to Dolores, so good luck.
You too.
Good luck with your organ sale.
Thank you.
What's your name, by the way?
Oh, Frederick.
Perfect. Okay.
Yours?
Jane.
Jane? Good to meet you, Jane.
You take care.
What just happened here?
I don't know.
We
We're
are
in a
lucky.
city of criminals. I don't want to give my real name.
Why are you flirting with these people?
I was just being friendly.
Oh. Right.
A common misconception.
No, yeah, absolutely. I was just curious. Silver,
Huh?
what does it mean when you call yourself a Jane?
I think Nayla was just giving that person a fake name because we're in a city full of criminals.
No, she thought about it. I think there's a reason.
You know, well, sometimes not everything needs a deep meaning. It's just something that they think of on the fly.
No. I think Nayland puts a lot of thought to her plans, is all. There must be something here that we haven't thought of. Just keep your eyes open. You never know.
Uh-huh. I'm reading the perfect chat. I'm trying not to die.
Simone will start scouting around like a building that has hands on them.
It's pretty easy enough to see. As you go by the wall and you see this large, it is metallic, like this elaborate menacing cage. 3 stories, a reddish glow emanates from a pair of slanted windows above its spiked veranda, almost giving the impression of a grimacing face. You see 2 heavy doors with several creatures that look, what's going to be described is they have red eyes, almost bat-like ears, large maws of teeth, various metallic spikes that grow out of their body. There's been plates of metal that have been welded to their skin. And they have muscles within muscles as they patrol above the gates.
They fly? They're like they can
No, they're like
Oh.
climbing.
fly?
When do
Ooh,
I
okay,
get
okay, okay.
muscles like that?
Prison workouts.
Feeling kind of intimidated now. Can I do some sort of like mental check? Do I think that I could teleport still with this leg thing? That's
Oh,
Ah,
excellent.
That's awesome.
again, when do I get muscles like that?
Can I reach out? You think? I would say you get the idea. I like spending some time. As you think about just sort of teleporting in general, like a few feet. You okay? If you kind of look at the wall, you feel like suddenly you can't imagine yourself beyond the wall.
Whoa, hate that. Don't like it. 0 out of 10. I briefly look at Alistair because I'm starting to sweat, feeling out of control. Okay.
I'll hand you a peanut.
Okay.
Are you,
Ellie
are you-
kind of
oh dear,
stands
are you all right, Nayland?
Yeah. Fine.
The crunching helps.
Gotcha.
Just
Gotcha.
starting to feel like, we can't leave. I know
Technically,
you
we
guys have been
cannot.
saying that.
It just became a little real, didn't it?
Well, yeah, usually that doesn't apply to me, but I think in this case, it applies to me.
All right. We will.
Technically,
Oh, sorry.
technically, you could still escape.
Walk me through it. Say it real slow.
You could
Yeah.
take your life.
Oh, not what I wanted to hear.
Point of order, PW. I believe we've discovered that if she does that, the new Nayland would probably also appear within the city.
Yes, but it would no longer be this Nalen's problem.
Ah, I see.
What happens if I stand on the side of the wall?
So you try to go to this is the wall of the city you're trying to go back towards?
Whatever the closest wall to us is.
A building wall or
Yeah,
a
a building
wall?
wall is fine.
Go to the wall of like this imposing structure. You see immediately others these two of these things come towards you. Do not approach. Get away.
Like when I like stood out on the wall, did I still feel the weight of those things on my
You-
feet?
I don't know what you're saying, sit on the wall. You try to, people get in your way.
Oh, so okay. So
So these things
Just-
get in your way as soon as if you attempt to climb up a wall.
no, not climbing, only spider climbing. So like my 2 feet kind of stand on the side of the wall, like if we got close to it.
Now I understand what you mean by standing upon the wall. Okay. I see. So to the side. Okay. Seeing that, guards will immediately tell you to get down.
Okay.
But you still feel your movement impaired.
Okay.
It just seems like it's pulling you down.
All right. So I'll come down.
Be careful, Kelly.
It's
Not
just
worth dying if
I
we
was-
can come up with a better plan.
I wasn't planning. I was just testing those feet things.
And I'm just telling you to be careful. And she'll flick your forehead and walk away.
Do we think that just requesting an audience might be the smartest thing to do? When we were in
Yes.
Mechanist, or not Mechanist, the Automata?
Mhm.
Whatever the gate town was.
Automata. Keep down.
I feel like that's what we learned we should have done to begin with.
Accurate.
Kelly rubs her forehead.
Also, on the wall of hands, are there any like Warforged or automaton hands, or is it just organic hands?
You're safe.
The what?
You said there was like the wall of hands, like that has like handles like stapled to it or whatever.
It has the what? I'm sorry. I don't.
You described
Like
before
the
like, how
wall,
the Burgermeister's house had like hands like stapled to a wall,
Yes.
some sort of grisly display. Yeah. Are there Warforged or automaton hands as well, or is it just organic hands?
Oh, mostly organic, but you looking, you can see a metallic one.
Raise my hand. and
That's
salute
your
it.
old hand.
Yeah.
Big old
Do you think any of those hands are our hands?
I cannot rule out the possibility.
We can
Don't you have a
compare them.
tattoo, Neelan?
Oh yeah, I do, and it's actually it's a Nexus feature where I have a snake that gives you the middle finger. I briefly scanned for hands with snakes on their middle finger.
There's many hands. Give me a perception check.
Sure.
Use the inspo. Just kidding.
Totally worth it. Totally worth it.
23.
A what?
16 plus 7, 23.
Okay. You eventually do find one hand with the same tattoo.
Oh,
I regret looking.
I mean, let's keep in mind. You all showed me Adric's body after when I showed up. So
Yes,
it's not
but
like
we were
that-
prepared for that.
Yeah.
well, I mean, the chances were about 1 in 1,027,000, weren't they?
No,
Do you
I
think that's the one where she killed Kelly?
I would be in Criminal City for that, wouldn't I?
there you go. Perhaps.
Only if you got caught.
Clearly.
Do you guys think that all of our versions are out trying to put this Mimir Modron shit back together?
No.
Some are undoubtedly making it worse.
Wait, if there's a version of myself that grew up goblin, do you think there's a version of myself that was a murderer?
PW, I want to ask you very real question. Do you think there's another group of us that could be doing worse?
Do you think
PW
there's
is going
another
to look
group
at
of...
Alistair and Kelly, and like back and forth, and be like, I cannot effectively rule out that possibility.
Do you think there's another version of us that travel around as a group and we're murderers?
We are already murderers.
We are murderers.
Great, so we're where we belong.
We're having this conversation just out on the street in the prison town. It's great. It's fantastic.
Just like, we're
Yeah, we were-
murderers.
PW will look around. It's like, it was cats.
That's almost worse. Killing
I'll have
innocent
you know,
animals.
CW, I have never murdered a cat. Oh wait, I have.
I was like, you literally have
murdered
cats
those
because
cats.
you murdered their parents. We were both there.
Oh my
The
god.
only ones not still present are the parents.
PW, I think you should. Malin's going to kind of just pat your back a little, push you forward, and say, I think you should ask those guys if we could talk to their leader. I think you'd be the best at it here.
Seeing your hand really scared you.
No, shut up.
You'll note, I did not look for my hand. Because I can see it, and I will point.
He just waved at it.
BW will head towards the guards.
The guards of this manor.
Correct. So he's going to mutter to himself about giving himself a hand.
Okay, come on.
Kelly will follow you.
Kelly,
What do you
there
want?
is something that you should know.
Yeah.
If you are currently in custody, you should not admit to any crimes that may further put you deeper into custody. You should, as they say, keep that shit to yourself.
You know, PW, you are not. She stops. I mean, okay.
Are you prepared for contact with? Look at the thing that looks horrifying. The
You know what
creature.
I'm prepared for? Finally proving you all wrong. I can do this. I know you all think I'm an idiot, but
Goodbye, Neil.
I can do it.
PW prepares an action to administer a superior healing potion to Kelly when next she needs it.
I feel like I don't know what the space, if we've sent PW forward and Kelly's going with. Alistair would want to stay within 30 feet, like within actionable range, not just fully let them go ahead without backup.
I agree.
Yeah, maybe 20
Helicopter parenting. Yeah.
feet.
See them back there?
Yes. They are nervous about our odds of success.
They have no confidence. I'm tired of it.
That's not true. They have enough confidence that they have not joined us. Or apathy. It could be either.
Maybe. But I'm gonna shock them.
Did you prepare a new spell?
Talking to PW is like talking to nobody. I don't understand.
You know what, PW, I'm gonna surprise you too.
I await. We're going to turn back to the creature who's been ignoring our conversation.
Yes, it's
Why do you?
we are attempting to solicit an audience with the Burgermeister.
He's not home.
Where is he?
Out on business.
Do you know when he will return?
No.
Do you know where the business is?
Some other plane.
That sounds far.
What's allowed here?
The universal governing laws demand and are still here. You may be put into further punishment should you disobey them.
So is there a list of rules?
Or a booklet?
No. Everyone knows the law from the day they are born. What is right and what is wrong. Do not do these things that are wrong.
Are we self-governing?
If you break the laws, they will be enforced.
But only the ones we're born knowing.
All laws you are born knowing.
That's a
Self-history check?
contradiction. If I were to bring an infant here, would the infant know the laws?
Yes,
How sure are you?
entirely. It is the nature of all things.
Have you ever spoken to an infant?
There didn't seem to be a point, though it was one of the easiest catches I ever had to make.
And did you speak to this infant when you called him? No?
No.
But you are not sure if they knew the law.
I know they know the law. All beings know the law.
How do you know?
Because they all know the law.
That is not a reason. That is not a reason.
Who needs reasons? We have the law.
I agree, and the law should have reason. Yes.
No,
Does law not have reason? It's unreasonable.
it is inconsequential. Reason doesn't matter.
The law is inconsequential. But you just told me there were consequences for breaking the law.
Reason is.
Is. It is inconsequential. Yes? Or no?
You're distracting a guard. Move along.
I
He needs to go
apologize.
and lift more weights. We should leave.
I'm just fascinated by the law. Do you know which law
Perhaps
I
we should
broke?
look in the library.
The law says you may not leave.
Which law did I break?
I didn't say you broke a law.
Why am I here?
We walked in.
Why'd you walk in?
Exactly. Was that unreasonable?
The law is no one leaves.
Indeed.
So
if
technically, we have not broken any.
So
Correct.
if we do not leave, but we are no longer here, have we broken the law?
Does not seem like you have.
Good. That is reasonable. Thank you.
Okay.
Peter is waiting to make sure Kelly is going to leave this poor creature alone before he heads back.
This guy's like, I get minimum wage for this shit.
I've discovered the key.
Is it imprisoning a small child?
No, PW.
Are you sure? You had many questions about imprisoning an infant.
No. No, we don't need an infant. We simply
An adult.
No, we simply need to die.
But we would remain here.
No, we
Generally,
would not.
your new selves appear nearby.
Nearby, but not here. No one can be born here. This place has its own. I mean, if people could be born here, there would be infants to talk to, and there are no infants here to talk to.
I mean,
From a
that-
nearby house. Push! Push!
ignoring the cries of baby in the background, I believe there are, in fact, infants here. I do not believe that guard has spoken to any, but then again, that may not be his primary responsibility.
Maybe you're all right. I can't do this.
Have a baby, but
What?
Man, Nealon, I'm out of peanuts.
Why do you think they're just standing there talking to each other?
They're
Who
going
knows
back and
with
forth
those
so
two?
fast with that
we're heading
guard.
back.
I don't know.
Turn around from this and go back.
So I take it Baronmeister is not there.
The
No,
Burgermeister is not in residence.
he's doing business.
On another plane. It is unclear when he will return, or if he will return.
But there might be a way out of here.
Okay. What is it?
Okay.
He was looking away.
So what we could do is obviously we can't leave, right? But we can embrace not being here.
Sorry, am I the? She's looking to everybody else. Am I the one who's having the issue, or
Is this
No.
is this a mind over matter thing?
Yes,
You're trying to drive at.
exactly. That's exactly
Okay.
what I'm saying. You really have to think about it, but it will make sense if you think about it. And it's sort of like a riddle that I don't want to give away the answer right away because I want you to think about it.
Pass.
I mean, there was no riddle.
Well,
Nothing really to think about.
you can't leave,
Kelly-
but you can not be there. What are I?
Kelly desires to have and imprison a baby.
Kelly-
That is not where my mind was going. I
Kelly-
will admit that's not where my mind was going with the riddle.
Kelly puts up the trident and just look. I get it. I am not smart about things, but that doesn't mean that I don't hurt. I mean, I don't like being the, you know, the joke of every butt, or I mean, the other way around.
Have you tried to make the joke yourself?
Okay. Yeah, I could do that.
If
Wait.
you are capable of laughing at yourself, Kelly, you wouldn't be getting so hurt when
Really?
people say things that you might not understand.
Okay, I'll try that. I'll try that. Someone say something about me.
You smell like fish.
I kind of do, actually, but that's not a joke.
Yeah,
that's,
see,
that's just a statement.
It's just
That-
yeah, but if then we were walking past a fish market and I was like, "Oh God, was Kelly here?" Then it would be funny because you also smell like fish.
well, I would prefer the fish in the ocean, though.
Well, I tried, and then Simone's just gonna sit down wherever we're standing because she's tired of this
Kelly, your
malarkey.
bookkeeping skills are above average.
I'll try harder. I
mean,
sit
at
down. Oh, go ahead.
At the moment, I mean, we're all stuck. I do not think that just applies to you. We've all gotten ourselves stuck. We all probably should have seen that coming. So I don't think that you should feel like that is just on you. Or I apologize. I may have missed.
No, I was trying to scale the wall earlier, and then I got scolded, and I died a million times, and everybody just thinks it's funny, and it scares me.
So different. Kelly, it is scary. Trust me. I am well acquainted with being afraid. Sort of thing. Different people deal with fear in different ways. Several of us appear to deal with it through a rather morbid sense of humor about the whole thing. We evidently all have died multiple times. And after a while, I'm not sure the size of the number in truth really matters that much when we're all dying that many times. And I think for some of us, it's just, this is how we're going to handle that fear, is we're going to make light of it.
Ha 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 ha. Like that?
If that works, it's all about what works for you.
Why is no one else laughing?
I don't know. I'm evidently not very funny. That's all I can assume.
Accurate.
I'm sorry, I was contemplating where we're going to sleep for the night.
We can sleep right here.
We have good things at the dumps.
I don't know about you, Kelly, but I don't want to sleep in an area that it doesn't feel easily defensible in a city full of criminals, where anybody could walk up and either rob or shank me.
I hear ya. Why don't we just... Simone, do you have any more peanuts?
No.
Okay.
What time of day is it?
It's kind of in the morning.
Yeah. So, I mean, we should probably try to make some headway before we go to sleep. I don't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's going to be back any second, right? Because he's on business.
I don't know. What did they tell you? Do they know when he's going to be back?
There was no clear indication.
Metaphor for taking a big shit.
Really?
That would.
Excuse me, sir. Is loitering illegal?
Only for all of you right here.
Okay. Come on, guys. Let's go somewhere else.
All right.
Sounds
Good.
arbitrary, but
Message
fair.
received.
Someone help me up. My energy has been
pick you
sapped.
up.
Maybe we should, like, rough the place up a little. That's one way to get to the gate. Then we can just book it.
Yeah, let's do it. And I push down Simone.
No, I'm pretty
Whoa.
sure you mean the other gate.
You do see
one of these creatures you saw guarding this house, dragging a human woman through the streets. Her head's hitting on rocks as they have her by the ankle. She's screaming.
Hey.
Is it guards that have her, or
One of the creatures that were like a creature like one of the ones that were guarding.
So are we gonna just watch this happen, or
I
I will
do not
verbalize
know
that,
why
by the way.
it's happening.
Simone verbalizes that. That was it, just nibs. Simone is just like, is someone gonna get that?
We're in the corner.
I mean,
Is she yelling anything?
She's yelling, "Stop! No! No!"
Ma'am, what did you do?
Maybe. This may be our way to find the gate rather quickly.
Sounds good. Simone's gonna run that way.
I ran away. Please, I just wanted to not be here.
How far did you get?
What route did you take?
Where's your bed?
do you have any tips?
You follow, and you see in a ringed courtyard directly in the center of this town, there's a ruddy four-pillared metal arc that swirls with carmine sand and tortured cries. As the creature picks up the woman, puts her over its head like a football, and throws. Right in. And kind of turns around and walks away.
See where she went, or where she?
She went into the. As she goes through this squall, she vanishes.
Oh, because she just
Oh,
got hurled
shit.
into Cursary.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, maybe she's in a better place.
I don't think that's the better
Yeah, we
place.
can see. We can find out, right?
Who's feeling the most
seem-
aerodynamic?
Are there is that guard leaving, or are there guards here all the
There's
time?
no guards. It's just
Oh, okay.
I think they assume nobody would want to go in of their own free will.
They were right.
So, I mean, we can. Here's the gate. That's step one.
Yep.
I feel like the harder step is going to be what to do afterwards. I don't know if we want to activate the Mimir now.
Why don't
Silver.
we?
I have 10 gold.
PW, as much as I would love to make a bet with you to go through that portal, I don't want you to go through that portal and not come back.
Aw, that's kind of cute.
Well, it wasn't for me, but
Should we walk around a little more then? Are we really ready to do the gate now? I don't think so.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely
Okay.
not.
We can explore a little more.
Get to know people.
Perhaps.
Yeah,
should
we
really
should try
study
and
in-
bump elbows with some people.
absorb some of the chaotic despair.
It'll help us blend in.
Well, let's do it.
We wander around looking for tourist traps.
Tourist traps here.
You see come upon a woman who is mixing together some compounds just outside of a little hovel. So she keeps saying, "Okay, now I just need the next piece a little bit," and just is kind of muttering to herself. She wears like this red hair and what looks like a tattered dress.
Nayland, that might be one of you.
Might be one of you.
I was making a joke. You're
Uh-huh.
supposed to laugh.
Mhm.
That's the rule, right?
You're supposed to laugh at yourself.
Oh. Let me try again.
You have to
Nayland,
make like a joke about yourself.
Nayland, that might be one of me. Ha ha. No, that didn't work.
Kelly, what are you doing?
I'm trying
Trying to what?
Poorly.
trying to communicate with land-based people. You're very weird and you all smell very weird.
Well, you're weird and you smell weird.
So do you,
Well, so do you.
Silver sniffs
So do you.
herself.
Jane.
You all smell terrible.
You don't even have a nose, PW.
That is accurate, but I do have sensors.
A gentleman just come up to you. Are you all of you new?
Most
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I heard that some people saw some new ones. Just want to know. I want to know if I could bring you to the inn.
Yes, there's an inn. Absolutely. Alcohol. Let's go.
A roadhouse, yeah.
Is this inn a place where you intend to ambush and stab us?
I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Then
PW will
it's
lean
fine
forward.
then, I guess.
Let you know someone who does.
And this is a place of criminals, so I don't know. I can only speak for myself.
That's fair. You can lead from the front.
All right, and then he begins taking you through. You see the structure of this town is 6 rings that confine each other, dotted along with glorified prison cells. People released from during the day, and they eventually lead you to a large inn that looks like a giant overturned bucket. See various people coming in. And you see all types of humanoids drinking here. And a gruff man, human, up at the front getting everyone their drinks. All right, newbies, come on in. First drink only costs an eye.
I'm kidding. It's 3.
Oh, what if we
What?
do have an eye?
No, I don't take body
Or
parts.
teeth.
I prefer gold. But anyway, here's your drink. It's a way to take the edge off, and then the rest pay through the nose. If you want a safe place to stay, that's 20 gold a night each. And for that, we rough up anybody who wants to rough up you.
Who do you work for? Yourself,
Myself.
or are you employed?
I'm self-employed. I made my own business here. Welcome to Traitor's Gate.
The
Wow.
name inspires a lot of confidence.
Well, looks around. Everyone you see here is a visionary, a rebel. Tried to make an uprising of some type or other. A lot of poets end up here. Essayists.
Any reality fracturing based crimes.
Reality. No, I don't deal with reality.
Smart.
Small time.
It's just those who tried usually to seek a slightly better future for where they were from. Most come here to lament and talk of their revolutionary plans.
What sort of revolutions?
Oh, all types, societal, economical.
Underwater.
Oh, Ariel!
What?
You see this red-headed woman in the corner? Old and haggard, skin dried and cracked. Yes? What was it you wanted to be? I wanted to combine the worlds. She wanted to combine the world surface and thing, and so like her father didn't like it, so she ended up here.
Well, tell me about it.
Not much to tell. I was 16, and I tried to, make everything peaceful, and Dad got mad and said, "You're grounded."
Yeah?
That was 800 years ago.
Wait a minute. Are you like, do you smell like a fish?
Oh, not anymore.
I still do.
Oh, good for you, honey.
Well, we can help each other.
Okay.
I can help you. I was put here to help you. I'm sure of it. We can get you water. A tub.
I mean, put water away. But I had great plans. So much interspecies mating, it would have been wonderful.
Maybe I can fulfill this for you.
You're not my type, dear.
No, I mean, maybe I can help see your world.
Oh, you want to have children?
BW side eye.
Wait, what? Why are we talking about children? I
said I wanted to make the species. You said you could help me do it.
well,
you want to be one of the ones that merfolk to human?
I mean, I guess I am a prime candidate when you think about it.
All right. Well, there's plenty of revolutionaries here. There's a lot of guys, and it's up to you.
Nayland walks over and takes Kelly's arm and starts leading her away.
What?
I'm so sorry for bothering you, Ariel. I apologize. I'll pull Kelly away. Kelly,
Oh,
you're not having you make babies to save a species, nation. I don't even know what you guys were talking about, but it was gross.
Oh, it sounds like the mer people here are in trouble.
All right, well, we'll find another way to help them. Not. The whole thing was bad news.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm trying. I just feel like maybe I should be a part of her world, and maybe I'm wrong.
You should avoid being where the people are.
Yeah. I'm sorry, what were we talking about?
I mean, we have a inn full of revolutionaries and poets, and I don't know if that means we potentially have a place for the night. I don't know if there's also opportunities to extricate ourselves without having to talk to the individual in charge.
We could also ask if anyone has knowledge of anyone who has been able to escape.
Good point.
I feel like we have to be a little careful. I am sure questions like that are not necessarily welcome, or maybe it's common conversation because nobody has. I guess we don't know.
Attempting to escape is the crime. Plotting about it may not be.
Since this is an enclosed space, can Alistair subtle cast detect thoughts to get surface thoughts and see if anybody in here is doing anything other than just lamenting their sort of fate?
Sure.
Or thinking about interspecies reproduction.
Not going to focus on Ariel.
You see a man in a tattered cloak, rather aged. You see scars crisscrossed all through his body. And he seems to be thinking, I wonder if those are the right friends to do this. I wonder if they're in a friend-making mood.
Is he sitting alone at a table?
Yes.
Alistair will sort of, actually, he'll first telepathic speech to, how many people can I do that to? I think I can only do it to one. Yes, I can only do it to one. So I do it to PW. So PW can do it to others.
Ding dong dong.
Basically,
Patient
get it
wisdom.
out to everyone to sort of point the individual out and say, so that gentleman is in his head. That gentleman is checking us out to see if we might be of use to him. Now, I have
Is
no
he-
idea what. Oh, sorry.
Is he your type?
No, I was thinking of finding someone who might be able to help us get out of here. Are we? Anyways, so I may attempt to strike up a conversation. I don't know how much worse I can make it. And he will take his drink and go over to the sort of table the guy's at. Just ask, are these seats taken? Or may I join you?
Please.
Thank you.
They say no one leaves cursed. Really, you just need right friends to get out. You all look like you might be in a friend-making mood. I'm Valder.
My name is Alistair. It's a pleasure, and I must say, are we that obvious in terms of what we may need?
Been watching you since you came in. Curious if you'd like to come around for tea. My son and I. We can talk about the wall.
Am certainly, and I believe my friends and I would be interested. I will say that we are new here, and everything we've heard is to be a little bit cautious about such things. But we would potentially be interested in this. And I still have detect thoughts up. Am I catching any surface thoughts? I don't know, trying to like insight check.
I think at most, just that maybe these look good enough. I think they can help us.
Okay. I would assume, of course, your generous offer, this would be a exchange of aid, I assume.
Yes. We can talk in my cell.
He sends a note back to PW. Tell Kelly there are cells here. She was worried about that.
Kelly is included in the whispers, but Silver is excluded.
Okay.
Oh gosh. Okay. So I hear that.
Okay. Let me go gather my compatriots.
Kind of finishes his drink.
I'll still go back to all of you. Yes, potentially very amenable, potentially too easy, but he broached it immediately to an alternative way to leave.
Yeah?
I don't know. A place like this, everyone keeps telling us everyone here's a criminal and we can't trust anyone, but not sure. Nayland, you're giving me a look.
Well, it just kind of has that flavor of like when you're hanging out with your friends on the corner and then some guy comes up to you and says like, hey, you got any spice? And then you're supposed to go, what are you, a cop? And then they have to tell you if they're a cop or not, but they're like, if he was so forward, what if he's just trying to catch people who are trying to break out?
Could be. I will say that do not tell him I was reading his surface thoughts. And he seems to need aid for something.
What do you think? Well, can you hear everyone's surface thoughts?
No, I have to generally have to give some focus to them.
Oh.
But I can scan a room pretty easily.
What is that aerial person? Is she really from the sea?
Alistair will shift surface thoughts to Ariel and just see what she picks up.
Under the sea.
Goes back to she is. I think it's been a long time for her, Kelly.
I worry what if they had spies here meant to, tempt me.
I don't think. I think she may be I can't say for certain, but I think she's potentially the only merfolk here at the moment.
Well, except for...
Well, of course, except for you, but I mean, of the people who were here before we arrived.
Well, I'm sorry, what do you mean tempt you? Who has spies after you?
Well, probably my father. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, he's kind of mean. I mean, not to me, but you know, if he were to suspect you all kidnapped me, he'd probably try to kill you.
He can get in line.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
I mean, we should make a decision. The gentleman, I think, is eager for us to go. Nayland is correct, of course. We don't know what this may be, but in a place like this, I'm not sure we can be too picky. But if others would rather not, we do not have to. It was just the one
He's a lead
I could find.
Yeah, I mean, I am down to go. I think that if we get into trouble, we've handled ourselves thus far.
Yep. And the only other option we have so far is to make babies for a brand new world. So
I pick the undercover cop. Let's do that.
All right.
I will not be able to find necessary materials to recreate.
Right. Alistair will then also make sure Silver is up to date, since evidently Silver was the one left out of the mental conversation. We're going to go. We're going to go follow a stranger to their home.
Right.
It's not the worst idea we've had, Silver.
No, you're right. You're right. I just had the strangest flashbacks, man.
It was that or the Mermaid Revolution.
could be fun.
Let's keep
Let's
that
go follow a
plan C.
stranger.
Plan C.
Plan C. Plan C. Yes, it's on the list.
But Alistair, if you brushed over Silver's thoughts during that entire thing, Silver's thoughts would be just chanting PRISONBREAK. What does that spell? Prison break.
I really hope that the guards here utilize detect thoughts. They don't really seem that engaged.
They really don't. All right. Well, I say let's follow this lead and see where it leads.
Agreed. Also, the guards appear to be as trapped as everyone else.
Maybe they didn't start as guards.
Where'd they start as?
Prisoners. Obviously, Kelly.
Oh,
That's what was implied.
I didn't. Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew that. That was a good one.
Smacks forehead. I need more peanuts.
The bar should have a supply.
I go through about a bag a day.
Like cigarettes.
Yeah.
You're muted, Matt.
You're muted for that.
Follow this man here through the desolate streets and takes you to a tiny shack near the town dump.
Oh,
It's made of rusted metal plates and scavenged wood. Simply furnished with a few chairs, a table, a kitchenette, and a bench cluttered with scraps and tools. A curtained off area is off in the back. As he goes, come in, and shuts and bars the door. To inside, they call out a voice, Falak! Falak! And a moment later, A young man enters the space from a curtained-off bedroom. He resembles the older man, though his skin is partially transparent. Huh. Time to go, Father. Sort of. I think these might be able to escort you out, if they're so willing. I want you to help my son escape first. I can tell you of a way out in exchange.
Why would you not want to join us?
Because it's safer here. He came to visit and find me. I had run away, and the faction looking for me are not ones to be trifled with. I'm fairly safe here, relatively.
Faction, like
From Sigil?
yeah.
I was a mercy killer. I disobeyed them because I thought my bounty was innocent. And that simple thing led to a lot of faction members' death. Some friends. Anyway, I left everything, my family, my faction, and came into hiding until my son came to find me. But he needs to find his correct afterlife now. It's time that you move on, Felix. I know, we've talked about this, Dad. So, I need him to find his way to Mount Celestia. And all I need you all for is to get the way out of curse that I know. Get him through along with the rest of yourselves. You get free, so does he. That's what I'm talking to you about.
Do you have any other children?
Yes, not here though.
Maybe let them know not to come and visit.
Svalak goes, I'll tell the family that maybe you die out. I'll make sure they don't look for you. They didn't want to anyway. Good. They weren't supposed to. Only you were damn fool enough to actually think I was worth anything. Dad, I know. Anyway, so you'll do this? Looks all of you.
Alistair does a quick mental speech to PW. Mount Celestia. That's the gate town for that is Glorium, correct? That's our last stop.
Correct.
We did Glorian. It is our last.
Here is
Yeah.
Yes.
He can stay in the pool room.
Oh, I had the name of the town wrong, didn't I?
Yes,
Sorry.
correct.
But yeah, the gate town of Mount Celestia is the last step, right? Verify that. And Alistair, look at the others. I mean, that's... want to get out of here.
So it goes, I can lead you to the tunnel, but the way is dangerous, Dad says, so he said he wanted to find people who could protect me.
Did you come
will?
here on your own? Can you handle yourself?
I mean, I came here on my own. I've got a little bit. I mean, I can stay alive, but he says it's... no, he's useless. In a fight.
You will
Not
have
to know.
you don't have to fight, but you will have to to pull your weight, so you can be our pool boy.
No, you just get me out of this place, and for that you get the way out.
Are you sure? Because the benefits pretty good.
Why would I want to be someone's pool boy?
It would give you free travel.
Oh, you're going to Excelsior?
I mean, I'm sure we could make sure to put that on our, but you'd have to be a crew member, and that would require an official assignment.
Let's get out of Cursed first.
Okay.
Pause. Why don't we have to calibrate our Mimir first, and then we can get
Right.
out of here.
Yes.
Do we feel we have experienced enough of Cursed to be suitably attuned?
I don't know, after seeing that wall of hands, I think we've experienced too much.
There is still the
Then
one.
we went-
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
There's-
But then we went.
We should kill them both.
Then we went to the inn and learned new things, and I think there is still more to explore in the city. That's what I was going to say. Your turn, Kelly.
I was just gonna say we haven't spoken to that other guy who is at work yet, and we should really speak to that person at some point.
So the woman that
Unfortunately,
was mixing
we're on the
stuff
same page.
outside her.
The hooch woman.
And Dump Boy.
That's what
Right.
they called me in college. Just kidding, sorry.
That would make sense. You do brew potions.
You're right.
So Alistair will turn to Balda and just say, so I think the consensus is that we are willing to do this. We, unfortunately, have a little bit of business yet in the town before we leave. How time sensitive is your matter.
We've waited enough. We can wait a little bit more. It's fine. Just be quick
Of course.
if you can.
Of course.
It's time for him.
Hopefully, it has not been too long since last he left.
Yeah.
He goes, sorry, he still has an issue that I died.
BW will gesture to everybody except for himself and Silver. We have all done it.
Well, hey, cool. Well, but you're so opaque.
It's a complicated situation, and we'll have plenty of time to talk about it on the way to Excelsior once we are out of this town.
Some of us a million times.
A million,
good, Rick.
27.
And 27.
Right. Yes, my son's a petition, of course. So,
But just a clarifying description, is his kid like an apparition? Is he like a ghost who's floating here? Or
he's not floating, he's walking around, but he's semi-transparent.
Oh, okay. Got it. Is dad
Huh?
also semi-transparent? Or
Nope.
is just kiddo? Okay.
But they're describing him as he's died.
I think the idea is he's supposed to be in Mount Celestia.
What
So
if
we're trying
all
to
the
get-
people here have died?
Would that change anything?
Looking around, some people here are semi-transparent. Some have this, but not everybody.
Okay.
Are any of the guards transparent?
No.
Okay. So I guess since we did not want to make our charge wait too much longer, there was the decision that we wanted to see more of the town. Did we want to go talk to the woman who was? What is it? What people want to do? to do that.
All of it. So yeah, we do need to speak to the red-headed woman, and we need to just kind of make our rounds around the perimeter.
The impression that I got from Frederick in the beginning was not the same impression that I got inside of the inn. I think, talking to Frederick and then maybe talking to this woman and maybe talking to more people in the inn will give us a well-rounded view of the place. Seems like there's more going on here than just, fear and there are great thinkers inside of the inn.
Right. With that, then, we will end for tonight. Come back to more investigation of Cursed next week. Watch, and thank you so much, and we will see you then.